Jersey. He enjoys reading and working out, building things. He says that his face gives him away if he really likes a woman. And he's looking for someone who's like a mom. Please welcome Michael Zakopoulos. Michael, welcome back. Nice to see you. Have a seat right here. So, would you like to marry someone like your mom?
No.
Or that's like, well, is it just like a mom? Tell me what you mean.
You know, not someone's gonna nag me all the time, but someone who's gonna see what I want, is gonna like me for who I am, and see the things that I want to do and just kind of keep me in that direction.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Keep your feet on the path,
yes,
so to speak.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep me from
How does your face give you away when you like a woman?
I blush.
Do you?
My whole head could turn red.
It
feels like it's gonna explode.
Really? That must be interesting to watch. I can't imagine. I'm going to remind everybody what happened yesterday. Our studio audience saw Michael's three choices. They voted. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Nice to see you. So, you prefer athletic dates?
Yes, I do.
Well, give me an example of an athletic date for you.
I love to ski and rollerblade. There's all kinds of things I like to do. I like to compete with men.
You do?
And,
so you're competitive by nature?
Yes, I'm very
Do
competitive.
you like to beat them?
I love to beat them.
Do you just lord it over them when you beat them?
No, I'm pretty good sport, but that's one good way to find out if they're athletic. And that's
Did you know that there's a giant hole in the front of your dress? It's real hard to miss. I just wondered if you knew it was there. What's this thing you do to leave? Come on, that's enough. What's this thing that you do to see if a man's body is toned?
After a few dates, they usually will put their arm around me as they're walking, and I'll put my arm around him and check his abs and see if, you know, they're tight. If they have tight abs, a tight stomach, and then that usually means the rest of their body's pretty much in shape.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the men that Michelle had to choose from. Now, remember, you're going to pick the man that you think's best for him. Here we go. First, there's Randall. He admits that he loves to kiss and tell, and here's just what women like about him, or that's just what they like about him. His quick wit, his body, and here's what they don't like, his skinny legs and how much sleep he needs. And here's Randall on the subject of clothes and a woman's behind.
If she's wearing something fairly loose, then you might not be able to tell. But if they're wearing Levi's, it's a for sure, it's a for sure sign. You can see that there's just nothing there, or there's a nice bubble there. If there's a nice bubble, but not too big of a bubble, that's what I like to see.
Next, David, he thinks the best place to meet women is in traffic. On his dates, he enjoys outdoor activities such as biking and hiking. He thinks that women like that he's good-looking, ambitious, and upbeat. And he couldn't think of anything they don't like about him. And here's more.
From the time I was a little kid, I hated to take no for an answer. So that's good and it's not good. I think it's gotten me a lot. It's gotten me pretty far. At the same time, sometimes you end up ramming your head against a wall a lot, and that's probably not good. So you have to be persistent but smart enough to maybe see the errors in your ways and change the way that you're doing things.
And finally, Jay claims that his two worst habits are not cleaning up after himself and forgetting people's names. His last relationship ended because he got tired of explaining where he was all the time. And he says that most of his recent dates have been flaky or dishonest, and he gave us this example.
I asked her what her dance card looked like next week, and she said, well, there's something I haven't been totally honest with you with. I said, well, what's that? And she said, well, I'm not really 38. And I go, well, how old are you? And she goes, 52. And I said, well, should I bring the Geritol next time?
Okay, those are the three men Michelle had to choose from. It's time for you to vote. Who would you match her up with? We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll meet the man that Michelle selected, hear everything that happened on their date. We'll do that. 2 and 2. Be right back at you.
Some people, you tell them a Lender's bagel has complex carbohydrates, 20% more than a lot of cereals people call healthy, and they still think good stuff has to come in a bowl. Well, there you go. Lender's bagels. Who knew they were this good?
When you fight greasy pots and pans, you can take the gloves off. With Ivory Clear, Ivory attacks the grease, not the natural oils in your skin. Fight grease with your bare hands with Ivory Clear.
Oh, hey, Jack, look. This is one of those commercials for Main Meals. I just bought some.
Main meals?
You know, pasta that's ready in 2 minutes from Chef Boyardee.
You can have tortellini in 2 minutes?
I know how you are about pasta.
Beans and pasta too?
That looks good.
Fettuccine and meat sauce.
Jack, where are you going?
In 5 new varieties from Chef Boyardee, Main Meals, the pasta you can have.
Didn't look the same to everybody else. Did she have a hole in her dress like she has now?
No, unfortunately not.
Oh, okay. So now what happened?
Okay, so we decided to go to dinner first. And so we had a nice dinner and good conversation. We really did have good conversation, but he's a salesman, and it seemed to be just trying to sell himself. And he just had really, I like confidence, but he kind of seemed almost overly confident, like, you should be lucky to be going out with me, that type.
Really?
Serious, that's the type.
That was the impression that you
And
got.
see, especially because all night he had not given, this was a blind date for him. And all night he had not given me one compliment. He had not, I mean, when he saw me, he didn't say, wow, you know, you look nice. He did not say one word about that. So I was just kind of wondering what's happening here, you know.
Is there a reason for that, David?
No, I actually thought the conversation went well. I guess
No, I mean, she was talking about, well, I guess if she didn't appeal to you, then you wouldn't say anything. And
right.
yeah, okay. All right.
But sometimes, you know, it's nice to hear that, you know, you look
Sure.
nice, because he didn't know what I looked like. I knew what he looked like because of the video.
Well, so now what happened after dinner?
After dinner, we were walking out, and it was very cold because we're right on the beach there. And I said, you know, I had mentioned that I was very cold. It was a cold night, and he walked me to the car and let me in the car. He got in the car, and he started moving towards me, and
And what?
I wasn't,
I mean, you feel
like he was
you-
going to kiss me.
Oh, yeah.
And
Were you going to, David?
Yeah, and
You were?
I did.
Now, David, hang on just a second. You haven't given this woman a compliment all night. You didn't tell her she looked nice. You said her face really wasn't appealing to you. What are you doing here, Dave?
Well, Chuck, I was starting to enjoy the date more at
Oh.
this point. And I really liked her attitude. I thought she had a good attitude and a
So
good
you're
personality.
changing
and,
your attitude about her.
And yeah, I was having fun at that point, and I thought, you know, might as well have fun.
Oh. Oh, there you go.
so, well, he started moving towards me, and it kind of threw me off guard. I wasn't really prepared for this. And so he kissed me, and it was kind of mushy. It wasn't the type of kiss that I really like, kind of mushy.
Well, like what? I mean, like his lips are real loose or something?
Exactly. And
Well, I mean, and that's not the way you kiss
I mean,
normally? You kiss somebody like, well,
not too aggressive, but like, you know, kind of, no, not really tight-lipped. But then he started, you know, he said, here, I'll warm you up. And
Chuck, I didn't say that.
He
Well,
did.
maybe I did.
He did. He says, I think I can warm you up, because he knew I was very cold. He says, I think I can warm you up. And he started kissing up my cheek and then nibbling on my ear and breathing hard, breathing
Chuck,
deep
I
into my
definitely
ear.
did that.
What?
He did. He was breathing really
I
deep.
did that.
And then he stuck his tongue in my ear. And I said, he just,
Well, Dave, is her face any more appealing to you at this point? I mean,
Well,
what's going
yeah.
on here?
my ear
It was. She had a very nice ear.
But, you know, I didn't think that was appropriate for a first date.
Well, now, what did you do? Did you just kind of
I pulled away.
Well,
At that
Dave,
point,
man,
I
you know,
just
you get
said,
that thing out of my ear, please. I can't hear anything.
you know, I didn't want to lead him on. I didn't want to give him any encouragement. You know, I was trying to keep my distance a
Well,
little
how did
bit.
you say goodnight to him?
How did I? Oh, well, he dropped me off, and it was just a quick kiss. And he said, "Can I walk you to your door?" And I said, "Well, no, that's fine. I can make it."
Oh.
But it was close. It wasn't as if it wasn't going to be safe.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look and see the audience pick for you. It sounded like it went good and bad. It was all over the place. Well, they picked David, too, 65%.
David.
So I guess you're not interested in this?
I really don't think so. I had a good time. I had a really good time, but it seemed more like, you know, we'd get along as friends. I was just kind of uncomfortable with him romantically.
Okay, well, I understand. David, sorry we didn't make a love connection for
Well,
you. But
thank you anyway.
thanks for coming on the
David,
show. And
Thanks. Had a good time.
Michelle, we tried. Thank
All
you
right,
very much.
thank you.
And we're going to come right back with another guest. Stay with us.
Pizza Hut delivery. 2 supreme pizzas? Right away. Yes, we've got Crystal Pepsi.
No, we don't.